So, aside from the title, what I will be talking today about is not, people before talked about the data and passenger experience, and the topic of our solution is a creative and innovative way of presenting the information for the passenger by developing glass-embedded passenger information systems. The philosophy behind this concept is that glass is and will continue to be a major building material in general, and specifically in public transportation vehicles. From the other side, there is a growing demand for onboard technologies, various technologies, including passenger information. And these two factors bring to the conclusion that there will be a demand for glass-integrated solutions, and this is exactly the field that we are focusing on. This solution also is backed by three major industry trends. One is improving passenger experience. You know that this is a big trend. Operators around the world understood that passenger experience is important. If in the past efficiency or other elements were leading, today passenger experience and design are leading the look and feel of interior design of public transportation vehicles. The second trend is the design. The power shifted from engineers to designers, and we know that designers take a more significant role in how the vehicle will look like. And the third trend in the passenger information system is that operators want universal hardware. They don't like the proprietary hardware and software that keeps you bonded to a specific producer or a specific provider. And on these three trends, we offer our solution, which is a glass-based or glass-embedded passenger information system. I would say we see passenger information systems only as the first step. We envision other technologies that may be relevant to embed inside screens, such as sensoring technologies, cameras, and other indicators. For now, we started with passenger information because this is the most popular application. We received feedback from customers that this indeed seems to be the next natural evolution of passenger information screens. The technology there in terms of hardware cannot really advance much more significantly. I will talk about some areas that it is, but as in general, screens are the screens. The IT hardware is pretty much optimized, and one of the fields that these solutions can develop is the way you integrate them, and we offer a product with a higher level of integration, meaning that the system or the screen is embedded inside the vehicle structure, whether it's the side window or existing glass partition, and this is the advancement that we offer. One key aspect is reliability. We know that operators, even though design is important, they are still interested in life cycle cost. So increased reliability is one of the key factors that we took into consideration in the design, because we know that replacing an integrated unit has cost, and this is why in the design we need to increase the reliability compared to traditional solution. This solution enables you to optimize cabin space. We replace all external mounting elements which are relatively bulky and are limited in where you can put them. And basically we are utilizing existing glass elements such as windows or partitions for a dual purpose. They still perform as a glass element, whether it's a window that needs to meet all the requirements, or if it's a glass partition that stops the wind. And now we utilize them also for passenger information. We can also see various business models, whether it's just passenger information system or it's a combined system for advertisement with all kinds of business models of funding the hardware. And we offer various solutions, whether it's a dual-side screen, internal screens or external facing screens, transparent screens, non-transparent screens, and combination with smart glasses solutions. So as I mentioned, the key factors of the solution, first and foremost is reliability. Then we focused on a generic electronic interface, again to support universal hardware platforms. We obviously need to meet all the rail norms for electronic equipment, for fire and smoke, environmental conditions. The idea is to have a plug-and-play solution, so you can replace an existing system or combine it inside a passenger information complete solution. Mechanical endurance goes without saying that we need to meet the harsh environment of rail. And one of the key challenges is heat management, because unlike external solutions, the screen is embedded inside glass, so we need to make sure that the screen has the environmental conditions to perform as it should. How we implement the solution? So we work with mainly with OEMs, but if it's a new build project, and also with operators if it's a refurbishment project. So we work with the engineering and design teams. So we support the design of the glazing unit per the customer requirements, meaning the glazing needs to meet its specifications. So we design it per project together with the customer with respect to the screen size, the design of the unit, geometrics. We do thermal design validation. Again, this is not a shelf item, so to speak. So for example, if we will have a project for side windows in Paris, it's different than a project for side windows here in Dubai, for obvious reasons, mainly the temperatures. So for each project we need to validate the thermal model because thermal conditions affect reliability and life cycle cost. We support the OEM or operator team in terms of mechanical integration. Again, the unit is, or this solution offers a higher integration level, meaning that if with traditional systems, the operator will purchase the train and it can install all passenger information system later as they are external. Here we need to be involved in the initial production, initial assembly, but these are things we are doing. Typically, the integration of our systems is very similar to the integration of a regular glass unit, with the only difference that we have an interface cable that needs to pass between the glazing unit and the control unit, so this needs to be designed or coordinated. And from the other side, we have the IT interface, where we offer an end unit that needs to be connected to a passenger information system with content management system and to be connected to the network. This typically we do with integrators, and as our hardware is universal, it supports almost any solution. And in many cases, we cooperate with passenger information class that provide a complete solution. And these are some real projects that we have done. Here you can see a double-deck regional train with partitions with embedded screens. These are dual-side partitions in the entrance, a project we did in Germany. Side windows, we have various models. We are participating in some innovative programs with leading operators such as the Deutsche Bahn in Germany and Ile-de-France in Paris. In terms of product offering, we have some standard sizes, but we can also custom design, as you can see in the right-hand side, various screens for seat reservation or for dedicated information. This is a project from Paris with embedded screens inside a side window. Again, one of the advantages is that in many of the vehicles, this is a refurbishment project, so in many of the existing vehicles, the space to put screens is very limited. In many cases, you cannot put it above the windows or in other locations, so using the windows offers new possibilities to locate passenger information screen. This is, by the way, the train from Orlyval Airport to the city. Another project for partitions in buses in this case. Again, in this case, Ile-de-France Mobilité. Here they present city information, not passenger route information, but city information. And again, embedded inside the partition. In this project, we cooperated with the bus OEM, together with the end customers and the operator, to provide a complete solution. Similar partitions, but with interactive. So if you want to have an interactive kiosk inside the bus, you don't need a bulky box or bulky unit. This can be done inside the partition, and by the way, you can see in our booth here a real-size partition similar to those. And also, if you go to the expo shuttles are equipped with a similar system. This is an example of various applications. Again, the key issue is design, is a more natural look of the cabin space. A project in the States. We typically design the unit to meet the existing interfaces, so you don't need to restructure all the mechanical interfaces of the vehicle. You just need to replace the existing glass with the new system. So to summarize, glass embedded screen systems are already here. We are already doing several projects around the world, mostly in Germany, France, and the US. We see many major tenders that are already specifying such solutions and looking for such solutions. And this is an opportunity to modernize your fleet and provide a new look with passenger information systems fully embedded inside us. So thank you all, and you're welcome to visit us. Any question, someone? Thank you.